Hello, hello! My name is Callista and welcome back to Undusted Letters from the Past. In the last episode, Adora returned to her childhood home. It's neglected, it's dusty, we're learning all about her early childhood. And now we have, I guess, part 6? A discreet apology. One day, on our way home, we came across a cute kitten crying by its lonesome. I couldn't bear to leave it there by myself, so I begged my parents to let me bring it back with us. Also, let me just start my timer. There we go. Without hesitation, Dad started brainstorming ways to lure the kitten. Should we get some food as bait? How about foxtail grass? Maybe a cardboard box? Dad and I excitedly exchanged ideas, but after a few minutes we realised that Mom hadn't said a single word. Ooh. I mean, my question would be, where did you find the kitten? Where did you find the kitten? Because that could be someone's pet. Dad really had the heart of a child. Instead of stopping me, he joined right in. Okay, so it's for... It's a kitten. It's a cat toy. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing... Hello? It squeaks! That's so cute. But yeah, I'm guessing that Mom potentially put a stop to all of this. I mean, like, it could be someone's pet. It could be there with its family, like... I mean, if you find a little kitten just wandering around, then you shouldn't be planning, oh, I'm gonna take it home and adopt it. You should be, you know, okay, where's the nearest animal shelter? They'll see if it's got a tag and all of that, and then if it doesn't, you know, maybe I can go back and adopt it myself, but... You know, your first thought shouldn't be, oh, let's just nick this cat. Okay. God, this may be very slow, this instrument, but, like, it's very satisfying. Just having to go in lines like this. This is triggering something in me. I'm just like, yes. Okay, there we go. All the spots on the tail. I can't tell if you're clean or not. Okay. And then on to the belly. Yes, let's clean up those paws. Get this all nice and soft looking. Yeah, lovely. There you are, looking fresh and clean and not like you stink of damp. God, that doesn't half make me sad. I had a, last year I cleared out a bunch of cupboards and a lot of my childhood toys were in there. And they'd been resting, we have one wall in our home. Excuse you. Yeah, we have one wall in the house that has an issue with damp, and they'd been stored next to that wall, and they all smell of damp, and it was just really depressing. I don't think we're ready to own a cat. We don't know how to properly care for one, and we don't have any cat food or supplies. Yeah, she's coming in with logic and reason. How can we care for it if we can't fulfill its needs? But... Lily, aren't you being a bit too serious? Of course having a pet is a huge responsibility. But But Adora can learn how to be responsible by taking care of it, and we can buy whatever supplies we need. Maybe she should learn to be responsible first, before putting another living creature into her care. He's reminding me a little bit of, oh god, the dad in Mrs. Doubtfire. You know, he's the fun dad, he's doing all of this crazy, wacky stuff, you know, he's still who he was in university. Meanwhile, the ma'am, she's matured, she's like, yo, I'm a mother, and I need to be responsible, and sometimes that means being the bad guy. But you're always putting me in the role of the bad guy, like, it's... Rewatching that film as an adult is interesting, because as a kid you're all like, oh yeah, the dad's great, but then as an adult you're like, I completely understand where the mum is coming from. I completely understand where you're coming from, madam. What if its mother is still around? We might be taking a child from its parent. She could have been abandoned, but she might not have been. That isn't something we know for sure. No means no, Adora. A striped cat plushie. It is soft and makes cute sounds when you squeeze it. I was so upset that after we returned home, I slammed my door shut and refused to leave my room. That evening, Dad came over and gave me a stuffed animal. It was soft and fluffy and looked like the kitten from before. Mom bought this for you, but she didn't know how to give it to you. The softness of the plushie mollified the sadness in my heart. See, it had a home. A few days later, I saw the same kitten at the same spot. This time, though, it was with another cat with a matching coat. Its mother. Mom was right. If I had taken the kitten home, I couldn't help but feel ashamed. Unforgettable moments. I wonder how many... I assumed it was going to be 7, but no, the thing kept moving. I wonder how many things there are in each chapter. My hometown was always too warm for snow. If any snow did happen to fall, it would melt as soon as it touched the ground. Things like snowball fights and snowmen only existed in TV shows and fiction. Some of my childhood wishes included leaving footprints in fresh white snow, making snow angels, building a huge snowman. When we finally had time for a family trip, I begged to go somewhere with an abundance of snow. And that's how we ended up having a snowy vacation. Thanks to that, I got to check off a lot of things on my bucket list. Okay. Okay, this is a cute snow globe. With the flowers, that's lovely. Okay, let's... Oh, shit. Are you... Oh, you're not... I thought that was a design choice. My bad. Oh, it looked... The flowers look pretty. That's a shame. Now I'm tempted to see if I can find an actual snow globe with flowers on it as part of the design. Then again, what would I do with a snow globe? I will say, as I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot less attached to trinkets and things. When I was a kid, oh, I loved a trinket. I loved a trinket as a child, but as an adult, they stress me out because I'm just like, well, where am I going to put them? Is this? Aha! Okay. Let's clean the glass. Yeah, I wouldn't describe my sense of decorating style as, like, minimalist or anything. Like, if I know where something is gonna go, I'll very happily bring it into my space. But if I don't have a place for something, I get very stressed out. I get very stressed out thinking, well, where is this gonna live? If I don't have a place in mind, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it if I don't know where it's gonna go. Excuse you. There we go. Yes. Okay, that looks lovely. Just the bottom left. Let's get around the screws. Oh, that is annoying. I'm missing a 0.5. I'm missing a 0.5. Can I... No, I think... Where have I missed? Ah, you! Dad, the snow crunches when you step on it. And when you lie down, it's so soft and fluffy. Really? Then I want to lie down too. Huh? You're right, Adora. It's really soft. I saw on TV that if you wave your arms and legs like this, you can make a huge snow angel. Then how about we make some big snow angels to watch over our family? Aw. Okay. Marshmallows are ready. You two better eat first or you won't have enough energy to play. A snow globe we purchased on a family trip. It evokes many happy memories. We made giant snow angels, built snowmen, and had an all-out snowball fight with no regard for how snow-crusted our clothes became. After it grew dark, we gathered around the fireplace and drank sweet cocoa. As the comforting warmth of the fire lulled me to sleep, I could hear Dad humming and Mom turning the pages of her book. On our way home, we brought a snow globe to commemorate all the wonderful memories from our vacation. However, since some time ago, I had deliberately hid the snow globe out of sight. Those warm memories became a source of agony as they reminded me of days I could never return to. Okay, chapter 1 complete. Chapter 2, What I Dreamed of. Ooh, frozen time. Hello? I had hoped to find the attic key in the living room, but it didn't turn up. I decided to search my room next. It looked exactly as it did on the day I left home. Only the thick layer of dust on everything indicated any passage of time. My focus was drawn to my desk, where Dad's pocket watch lay. There used to be a time when its cogs still turned and its soft ticking could still be heard. When Mom gave Dad this pocket watch, Dad was delighted with the engraved design, a lily just like Mom's name. Wherever Dad went, so too did the pocket watch. Shortly after I started high school, the pocket watch fell silent for good. Oh. Did something happen to Dad? Is that what went wrong? Something happened to Dad? Dad, how are you doing? Are you still cracking jokes over there? Yeah. I don't think I'm doing that well. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Okay, so Dad was the buoyant one in the family. I'm guessing that with him gone, Mum became even stricter. She couldn't find the joy on her own, maybe. What does... Farah, maybe? God, this is a beautiful pocket watch. That That is absolutely stunning. Let's... This is... Oh, hello. Can you... Aha! Okay, let's... Do we need to... Okay, yeah. Let's get that first. And you. What is... Etched in heart. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Yeah, okay, let's put that down. Oh, and it's cracked as well. Again, I'm worried. I'm like, did he die in a terrible accident? And this is like the time of death, technically. Okay, I think... Now let's get in the nitty-gritty. Getting all those cracks and crevices. Oh, I see that. I see that. I will say, Adora, it is a damn good thing that you brought all of these cleaning supplies. Then again, you know, it stands to reason the house is going to be musty as hell. Let's go all along the rim. And along you too. 98%. This is a tricksy one. Let's... Ah! God damn it. Oh, flippin' heck, I left a lot on the top here. Oop, and a little speck there. Okay, I think. There we go. Nice and clean. Adora, how many times have I told you not to call the office directly? You're usually back by now and I couldn't get in touch with you. Oh, I'm sorry, I got caught up in work and completely lost track of time. I'll make sure to check my phone more often from now on. But please, text instead of call. Alright. Oh, yeah, Mom? I was cleaning my room earlier and I found the cassette player Dad gave me. I'm sorry, Adora, but I still have a lot of work to do. Don't wait for me, and make sure you don't go to bed too late. Mom, wait, A broken pocket watch. Its time remains eternally frozen, just like my family's. Yeah, with Dad gone, Mom threw herself into work. Oof. I desperately needed Mom, but she threw herself into work as if she wanted to forget Dad, and maybe all of us. Days passed and we barely spoke to or even saw each other. I kept telling myself that I had to try to understand her, that she was raising me all by herself now. But my grief and sorrow grew nearly unbearable as they rendered my nights sleepless. Things would have been much easier if I had just blamed her. Yet, whenever I saw Mom so exhausted and fatigued, sadness came before anger. I hated her for leaving me alone, but at the same time, It pained me to see her eroding away. As much as I longed for her comfort, I wanted to comfort her too. Oh. Dear, dear, dear. What I found in the darkness. When I couldn't stand the silence in the house, I would listen to Dad's tapes. Listening to those songs made it feel like he was right there beside me. One day, I heard a composer tell his story on a radio show. When I was a kid, my father used to hum songs he had wrote himself, so I became interested in music. I hardly saw him after my parents divorced, but whenever I sang his songs, I felt like I was back in those happy childhood days. That's how I started composing. For me, it's a way of bringing comfort not only to me, but to others in similar circumstances. I could see myself in his story, and his song resonated with me. Naturally, I admired him. Finally, I understood what Dad had meant. I wanted to tell him that I found something I couldn't live without doing. I found a part-time job and started saving money for composing tools. Oh. So you're a musician? I'm enjoying the rain. I'm enjoying seeing the rain spattering in the background. When Mom asked about it, I thought she was finally taking some interest in my life. Ooh. That would imply she wasn't. Oh. Okay, so it still works. Nice. I'll keep it off for now. So we don't have little bunches every time I try and clean something. Oh, this is a neat little doodad. Hey. I'm assuming, oh, that's... Mum was always the disciplinarian, so I'm gonna assume she's probably gonna be like, oh, you, like, no, music it's not a good choice. You're not gonna earn money from this. You should go into accounting like your dad. Like, if you want to be like your dad, go into accounting. Don't try and go into music. It's not a stable career. That would be my assumption. And what about... You know what, let's... Yeah, time for the toothbrush. Everything else is fiddly. There we go. Yes, all of this dust. All of it. Yeah, I think this one could take a wee bit. Considering it's got so many parts. Yeah, look at all of this. Okay, there we go, and... Nope, excuse you. Yeah, let's... Ooh, hello. Ah-ha-ha. You. There we go. Oh. I see you. I see you there. You know what? Considering how many little fiddly bits are in this, I can be happy with the amount I got. I don't think there's any shame in grabbing a hint sooner than I might have. Considering how fiddly this is. Okay. Okay, right there. knew it was going to be on one of the knobs. I knew it. Mom, you're late again. You must be exhausted. Yes, a little. How was your day? Yeah, she looks so much older now. So much, I guess, exhaustion. That tiredness sitting in. How was your day? Adora, what are all those things? Oh, these? A MIDI controller, a microphone. They're tools for composing. Mm-hmm. By composing, do you mean composing music? Uh-huh. I started making songs little by little. And I got a part-time job to buy these tools myself. Wait, Adora, a part-time job? Madam, you started working just for a hobby? Yes, that is very responsible. Adora, you need to be studying hard for your future right now. Don't waste your time on things like that, and quit your part-time job too. So many parents would be delighted. So many parents would be delighted by this, madam. A red MIDI controller. The first piece of music equipment I ever bought with my own money. I wanted to tell her that it wasn't just a hobby, that I was serious. But before I could say anything, Mom said she was tired and headed towards her room. My words were met with the sound of her door closing shut. I was left alone in an all too familiar silence. I was angry at Mom for not listening to my words, but I kept trying to understand her. I thought she might change her mind if I showed her how serious I was. Much like how music had comforted me, I wanted Mom to feel comfort too, and if possible with a song of my own creation. Considering there seems to be a fracture here, I get the feeling that this isn't going to go according to your plan. A melody of comfort. After that day, I spent every spare moment composing. Not only was it my first song, but it was a song for Mom. When I felt that I had poured enough of my heart into it, I recorded my song onto a cassette tape. I fervently hoped that it would bring her some comfort. Even if I couldn't fully convince her, if I could at least help her feel a little bit better. When Mom came back home, exhausted as usual, I nervously handed her the tape. Yeah, this isn't gonna go well. This isn't gonna go well. I thought if Mom listened to it, she would understand how serious I was. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, my thought is she even going to listen to it? Is she even gonna take the time to listen? I can understand a parent not wanting their child to be disappointed because, like, music it's a tough industry. It's a tough industry to crack. It's a tough industry to break into. However, in a way, I have a very similar story to this. Is this? 1 second. Aha. I saw that. Okay, maybe... Do we need to clean it more? Okay, I'll focus on the outside for now, but I'm pretty sure I saw that we could open that up. Yeah, back when I was a teenager, I loved to write. I loved writing. It was like one of my, all-time favorite hobbies. I was actually writing a book. It was a very bad book. It was very silly, but I was writing a book. And I don't just, like, I was, like, multiple chapters in. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm writing a book, I've only written a page. No. I was multiple chapters into this thing. And I remember my dad really didn't approve. of my my writing aspirations. And I remember him saying to me one day, you know you're never going to be J.K. Rowling. Which was ironic, because I didn't like J.K. Rowling. Aha! One second, I see you. I see you in between. In between things, there's dirt. There's dirt and grime. I see it there. Yeah, I would like to say that I don't like J.K. Rowling's works because of her transphobic views. Like, no, I just found Harry Potter boring. I found Harry Potter boring. There we go, let me stop my timer. Yeah, I just didn't like it as a kid. I didn't get the hype. I thought it was really dull. And that's why I didn't like it. It had nothing to do with her views. And everything to do with the fact that I didn't like her writing. But yeah, my dad came to me one day and he was, I was writing at the time. And he was just looking over my shoulder and he was going, you know you're never going to be the next J.K. Rowling. You're never going to be the next J.K. Rowling. And I remember looking at him and going, did I say I want to be the next J.K. Rowling? And he was confused. He was genuinely confused. And I told him, I said I want to write. I never said I wanted to be famous. I never said I wanted to make money. I want to tell stories. That's all I want to do. At no point have I said anything about being famous and making money. And he couldn't understand that. He just couldn't understand that. But after that, it did hurt. It did hurt, you know, knowing that your parent is, you know, poo-pooing your dreams and all of that. I kind of stopped writing after that. And then he had I remember, he had the balls to be like, oh, why have you stopped writing? I don't know, perhaps because you discouraged me? Because you discouraged me and you told me that you effectively thought my work was crap? Maybe that's why I stopped writing, Father. Cause and effect and all of that. Okay, and... Oh. Yeah, I think let's... Ahaha. And right. There, where else? Oh, and you! You composed this yourself? Yeah, the melody came to me first, so I started with that. I'm still working on the lyrics. Oh, and there's another one I'm preparing for a competition. The theme is... Hold up, Adora, didn't I tell you last time? You need to focus on your studies. Mom, I know it might seem like only a hobby right now, but please, can you at least try listening? Adora, do you even hear what you're saying? How can you waste your time on this instead of studying for your future? I'm tired, so let's talk another time. Another time? When's that gonna be? When you quit your job? As if that'll happen. Adora, I'm saying this for your sake. I'm serious about becoming a composer. I want to make it so you don't have to worry about money anymore. And people said I'm pretty talented, so... Yeah. Adora, I said no. Don't even think about it. Right now, you may feel like you're special. Talented? There is no word more meaningless. Don't get carried away because of a mere compliment. Praise proves absolutely nothing. Oof. Dad's cassette player. Despite how old it is, it can still play tapes. Why was she so angry? Was she more tired than usual? Even now, I still don't know why Mom reacted so explosively. I never expected her to yell at me like that. Her fury left me speechless. While I was stunned... Oh. Yeah, I understand wanting to, like, set your child on what you believe to be the right path, but crushing their dreams is only going to drive you further from them. That's the only thing you're going to achieve. They're going to think you're a dick. Like, that's all they're going to think. They're not going to see, oh, they're trying to, secure my future. It's just going to be, oh, they're crushing my dreams. They're crushing my dreams. And then you're going to wonder, why is my child so distant from me? Why isn't my child doing things that they enjoy? Why aren't they pursuing their hobbies? It couldn't possibly be because I told them that their hobbies were shit. It couldn't possibly be because I put their cassette tape in the bin. No, it couldn't possibly be that. While I was stunned, she tore the tape from my hands and threw it into the trash. Without so much as a backwards glance, she said, "Stop wasting your time on worthless things like this." What she threw away wasn't only a cassette tape. Therein was the piece of my heart that held my drive to comfort Mom, despite the loneliness after Dad's passing. Even if hating her was the easier path, I didn't give up trying to understand her. But at that moment, when my heart was equated to trash, I felt something disappear from inside me. After Mom's rage quelled and silence fell once again, I finally gave up trying to understand her. Yeah. I know you're hurt, Lovey. I know you're hurt, but yeah, that's not going to end well. That path is not going to end well. And I am out of time for this episode. In the next one, seems we're cleaning up a gramophone. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members, such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.